Update pushes data into an existing Rosetta-created PowerPoint file. It is even possible to update PowerPoint files not created by Rosetta via the toolbar. For the purpose of this demo, we will be concerning ourselves with Rosetta-created PowerPoint files. Here we have a Rosetta-created PowerPoint file. We've generated this from 5 items in the current Rosetta project. Now let's go ahead and do some manual customizations. For demonstration purposes, we have slightly sped up this process. You can see here that we have added a text box, we've resized a chart object, and we've moved one chart object from a different slide and resized it. We'll go ahead and save this file, and we now have a customized Rosetta-created PowerPoint file. Keep in mind that natively through Rosetta, you can actually put more than one item per slide. Let's check out question 1 in the data editor, and here we'll see that we have 1,000 respondents in total. Let's say that we had been working on partial data and we now have final data available. Or perhaps the client changed the weighting scheme or there were underlying errors in the data. Regardless of the reason, we're able to update the data file and still keep the manual work done in Rosetta intact. If we update the data and jump back into the data editor, we can see that we now have a total of 5,000 respondents. Now that we have new data read into Rosetta, we still have to contend with the manually customized PowerPoint file. Using the update facility, this is a breeze. We simply choose the Rosetta-created PowerPoint file. If we had more than one presentation in our project file, we could choose which presentation manually or do this automatically. We're going to update with data. We can choose a slide range in the PowerPoint file to update. Since we've only modified slide 1, we'll choose just slide 1. If needed, we could update the design template in the PowerPoint file. And here you would choose which objects to update in PowerPoint. If you choose charts, you have the additional options of updating with data only, options, or data and options. When we click update, Rosetta will scan through the given slide range in the PowerPoint file, find items that Rosetta has created, and update those objects accordingly. As always, Rosetta will generate 100% native PowerPoint. Rosetta knows which objects it created, so it's able to go through the PowerPoint file and only change the Rosetta-created objects, leaving any additional customizations, any added text boxes, images, or anything else in place and untouched. We'll click open, and we see that Rosetta has now pushed new data into the PowerPoint file, keeping our manual customizations in place. If we now jump back to the original PowerPoint file, we see we only had one chart object on slide 1. If we now go to the customized file, but with original data, and jump between this file and the file with updated data, we see that the chart data has changed, but our manual customizations, resizing both chart objects, moving this chart object from slide 2 onto slide 1, and adding this text box are still in place. With update, we also have the option of updating with tags instead of data. This is for use with the populate tagging system. If we choose the same file as before, now updating this with tags instead of data, you can see that our PowerPoint file now contains tags for use with our populate system. This allows you to quickly convert a Rosetta generate-based project into a PowerPoint shell ready to be used by our populate system. We will cover populate in a separate topic. Rosetta's update facility allows you to push new data and/or options into an existing PowerPoint file without losing your manual PowerPoint work.